Good, happy Black Shirt Friday, but I'm wearing the black hoodie of the 35th anniversary of BattleTech. Today's kind of special. 2 weeks ago, well, more than 2 weeks ago now, Adonis. For those of you that missed it or didn't know, I am in high school. I'm an educator. Middle, high school, taught in two countries, blah blah blah. Life was great in Texas pre-pandemic. Moved to New Orleans. Well, New Orleans is not perfect. New Orleans is a city that's always in the process of either flourishing or rebuilding. And with COVID, it's in rebuilding. To teach at a charter school, and it didn't work out. I got fired January 31st, and I was kind of down in the dumps for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. And Eldonius Rex saw a conversation I was having on one of his posts, and he decided to send me some mail. One, he didn't have to do this. Two, it really, really did make the week and the past couple weeks a lot brighter because I'm looking at it, and every time I see his work, I'm inspired to get back on the horse and knock out my Fan Tech readout. So let's do a mail call. I haven't done a mail call in a while. I haven't had to ship anything out. And I want to give a quick update to the event. I have to do a Word of Blake versus Clans poster. For all my BattleTech Clans fans, it's the Diamond Sharks, Wolves, Jade Falcons, and the Ghost Bears versus all three versions of my Shadow Division. So you have the Orchestra of Destruction, the Concerto du Duets, and then you have the Shadows in the Warp, my three shadow organizations of the Word of Blake. So without further ado, again, Ammonius Rex, dude, your work is amazing. I need to check out your webcomic. And then we're just going to go through the mail. Boom. So, as you see, I'm still in the lab. I'm trying to rebuild my Raspberry Pi mount for my Sunlu S8 since it exploded and nobody on any group wants to help. I got to do it on my own and modify some stuff. But I fell in love with these stickers and I just don't want to put them on just anything. So if I ever get that new laptop for my baby brother, that's where a couple of those are going. His artwork is like hardcore sci-fi magazine throwback of happiness, and I'm just like, I'm in my own little world every time I pick up his artwork. So looking at the Hotbox Rifleman Special, I definitely want to try one out in Classic and Alpha Strike one day. Samurai, I love this one because I'm a Draconis Combine fan, and that was especially awesome to me. But the Mackie, dude, we need a Mackie too for just shits and giggles. But again, he sent me the entire thing, and I wanted to pay him for it, but I want to do it by paying it forward. And just hold on to it as a thank you from the BattleTech community for everything we're going through in the hard times. A lot of people have been giving me job referrals, and talking to my wife, it's like I need to go ahead and knock out a couple of things personally, namely my FAA 107, so I can go fly my drone and get paid for it. And I need to work for myself, and it's not a maturity or a lack of growth thing. It's I really needed to just buckle down and transfer over my LLC from Texas to Louisiana, get registered, pay taxes, and just open up an education business for teaching people technology. But again, this artwork is just amazing. Like, this has literally been the highlight of my week. As you guys can see, this is not my house. I'm still with the mother-in-law, but I do have an office off-site where I just rebuilt a computer. And I definitely want to put his stuff up in frames and mount it in the office because this is just like earth-shatteringly awesome work. I cannot ever not just admire his work, even if it's a corner, even if it's just small details in his flames, even if it's just like the wreck of a vehicle. No, everything is high detailed and quality. Everything is amazing. If he does another launch, I definitely want to give him money next time around. The Lorix Order of Mech Warriordom in the far future. And all of his work, it's just amazing. So, real story. When I got it, I didn't know what to expect. And I didn't think he was going to send me this much. And I will be eternally grateful for it. So when I finally get my Fanatec readout, I hope I can include some of his work. And also, I will pay the exorbitant cost, because printers in New Orleans are just weird, to not only print it out, but mail him a copy. Because that's how much he touched me in my moment of being depressed and down and out. So the path to recovery is that I'm going to send him one of the posters from Lucky 13 as a thank you gift. All in all, it's hard in New Orleans. New Orleans, even though it's a very tourist city, it's a super politically divided city. And some of the interactions that I've had in the gaming community before Katrina and after Katrina have given me a lot of hope for people just, not necessarily regurgitating the 1960s of we don't talk about politics outside of the house, but if we ever get past COVID and can go to a game shop and sit down and roll some dice and blow up some mechs, I'm really grateful that a lot of guys are like, hey, we have a no politics rule in the shop. Go outside, discuss your politics, but in here, this is our place to escape the real world. So I'm really grateful for the guys and the shop owners in the city that have been embracing that throughout the past couple of years, just before the pandemic and afterwards. Because that's what ran me away from a lot of the game shops in San Antonio and Houston, where people they want to wear their MAGA hats or they want to wear their Biden hats. And I'm not going to get into my politics. I'm just going to say that I would rather discuss the politics of the inner sphere versus the clans mounting up a resistance attack against the ward of Blake than talk about who you voted for in the last election. Just saying. So with that, happy Black Shirt or Black Battletech Hoodie Friday with the whammy, the new artwork whammy. And I want to give a special thank you and shout out to Aries Games and Miniatures for donating, X Marks for donating, for Fallout Hobbies, Iwata Airbrush, and several other companies for making the acknowledgement that I forwarded them the information for my charity Battletech game, and they're thinking about it, including Catalyst. They're like, hey, we passed it up the chain of command. We don't know what they want to do, but thanks for letting us know. So thank you all for following my channel. I want to take up the moniker Champion of Lost Causes. Again, the game event coming up is Lucky 13. The first battle will be Last Man Standing, Ward of Blake versus the clans. The second battle, which has the poster that's circulating on the internet and all the Facebook groups, especially on Instagram, is the title match, the grudge match. My best friend from college, roommate, best man at the wedding, best man at his wedding. We've been friends for more than 23 years now. Not telling my age, but needless to say, even though he is not a hardcore, I read every Battletech novel and played every PC game for Battletech, he's a war gamer, period. It's all you need to understand. Teach him the rules, let him find his own faction, let him create his own controversy, and he's going to throw dice like it's his last breath. Check him out at Harvey Johnson Jr. on IG. then check out his artwork. He's a beautiful visual artist, and I can't wait to see what he will be inspired to do based on the throwdown we're going to have March 13th in 21 days. So again, big shout out to Eldonius Rex and his artwork. Big shout out to everyone that's following me on Insta. Big shout out to everybody that follows me from Insta to the survey. If you haven't taken a survey, it's open until Monday morning. We have 31 replies, and we know everybody wants to see the clan smash with the Word of Blake. It's a guarantee. Cannot have that as not the intro match. I will do, after I clean off the table, I will show everybody what the scenarios will look like, reuse some old footage to explain scenarios and what's going on. But Frontline Gaming, I bought one of their 4x4 table mats, so you'll see that mat in both games. Not only that, you'll see some of the lit up buildings in the second game. Talk to y'all later.